How we doing today, my boys? I hope everyone's doing well. They banned the boy Asmon from Twitch. Oh, there we go again. Twitch doing Twitch stuff, I guess. I mean, Twitch getting his priorities twisted, I see. What's he got banned for this time, I guess? Let's see what's happened over. They've banned Asmon again. Oh. Oh, have they? To be honest, I don't know why he still streams on there. I know he multi-streams, like I know he streams on Kick as well. But, you know, I don't know why he still streams on there, bro. It's a clear bias. You can see clear bias within Twitch. If you say too much stuff that they disagree with, they will ban you. Anyway, let's see what the reason is.
Guys,
The low quality camera and the low quality mic, we all know what's going to happen.
got suspended on Twitch in the middle of my Crimson Desert playthrough.
In the middle of the stream as well. Why they just cut it in the middle of the stream? Why would they do that?
I don't know what I'm gonna be
Also, I still haven't played Crimson Desert.
able to do. It's gonna be an entire week.
And the only reason I haven't played Crimson Desert is the price. Yeah, the price. I don't want to pay that. And I'm able to get it cheaper from like other places like Loaded, Aniba. There's so many other outlets where you can get them cheaper. But now, there's a 20% tax in Europe and the UK. So, when I'm even going on Loaded to buy Crimson Desert, it says $49.99. I'm like, yay. Go to checkout plus the 20. It's like $59.99. It's more than on Steam. So, you know, what do you do? But yeah, I still haven't played it yet.
I mean,
My brother Chris in the chat. How you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing well.
geez, guys, I'm gonna have so much free time. Well, I guess I could start by making this video, right?
Okay.
So, I got suspended last night on Twitch. I end my stream, and I come back from the
Oh, okay, so he ends the stream and then...
gas station, and I get a message, and somebody says, why can't I chat in your stream? And I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. And I look, and I get a message, and it says that my account has been suspended for 7 days.
Oh, yeah. It's obviously they do the harsher straight away. I'm surprised it weren't 2 weeks like last time. Yeah, it's just a given now, and that's how you know. And look, you can see the Twitch like sort of... I don't know what the hell that's meant to be. Twitch cover or something.
Because of hateful conduct. So this is what I did.
I see you, my brother. It's looking like Vegas in that chat. I appreciate you, my bro. How you doing? How's it going today? I see you've been missing the streams and that. I've been sitting there alone like this. Like that.
This is what I said. I said that I didn't give a fuck about the opinions of third worlders, and then particularly...
Okay, so he don't give a fuck about opinion about third worlders. Do you know what that is? That's his view, that's his opinion. What was the last time? Last time, because what was it, Palestinians or someone had an inferior culture, and then they banned him.
The thing that they referenced, I was referring to illiterate goat herders from Afghanistan.
So he's referring to literally illiterate goat herders. Then yeah, I'm not going to take that opinion, to be honest. I'll be 100%, truthful. I'm not going to take an opinion of a illiterate goat herder in Afghanistan. You know? How's Afghanistan as well now? How are they living? I don't know what the situation is over there. Like, for me to be taking advice from an illiterate goat herder in Afghanistan. Chris says he had to prepare for a presentation for promotion. Let's go, my brother. Getting promoted. See, kids, this is why you got to write essays. You have to write essays in order to get promoted. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? First welders are people who are trying to support guys, etc., but have no idea how religion repression is over there. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, bro, 100%. Like, you know, not knowing how it is for like a woman, for example, or you know, stuff like that. I mean, try to walk in Afghanistan without wearing some kind of burqa or like headscarf and that. It will not end well. Yeah, exactly, my bro. So, like, a lot of the stuff that the Westerners advocate for over there, it's just all virtue signaling, and it's all saying the right things and all that. But, you know, people like Asman and people like us, we just say literally what people were thinking, and where everyone agrees. It's like, yeah, it's like, what? I'm not going to take advice from an illiterate goat herder. In fact, he's a damn shit, and I don't care for his advice. And that doesn't matter, bro, if he's from Afghanistan, if he's like from some rural fucking village in America, if he's like, you know, well, whoever, they're illiterate and they're damn shits, I'm not going to listen to their advice. Why are they so touchy with having to ban a person because of his opinion on thinking that they're dumb shits, in which in fact they are dumb shits? You know, that is a dumb shit. It don't matter that he's from Afghanistan or whatever. It don't fucking matter. It's just these whores are like hell-bent on this politically correct bullshittery, which I'm not involved in, bro. I will never subscribe to, and I would say that the majority of people don't subscribe to it anyway. We just don't say anything, that's all. But there's points where you got to be like, oh, fuck this, let's talk.
Again, the way this looks out in the public is not a United States.
The opinions of third worlders don't matter.
So he said the opinions of third worlders don't matter. So I can understand, you know, some Twitch woke folk in the moderation team. Hey. Nah. That's literally how they are. Nah. Where can I input myself into everything? That's literally how they are. So someone in the moderation team would have just saw that and went, opinions about what? Ban! Like, these are losers, bro.
I don't care what some illiterate goat herder thinks in Afghanistan. It doesn't matter.
It does not matter, bro.
In the context of those people believing AI-generated videos about Iran winning the war and nuking
I was just about to, bro, facts, 100% right. These are the sort of people that are believing these AI videos and going, oh, great. And then death to America and like death to the West. Brother, your advice does not matter to me. In fact, I think you're a fucking dumb shit and an uneducated fool. And in fact, your opinion doesn't matter to me. Not at all.
Israel off the map.
Not at all.
Gentlemen, I would like...
What have Afghanistan done lately? What's been cooking in Afghanistan? What's happening? Some cultural hub? Is there some dub, you know, like a hub of intelligence, knowledge? Nah? What are you doing over there? Nah? Not interested then.
Like to confirm that I am
Next.
100% right, and you don't either. And neither do they. Because if Twitch cares about their opinions, why don't they apply Afghanistan's opinions to women on...
That's what Chris just said. That's what fucking Chris just said. We're just saying it. Go on, apply that shit. Wait, let him say it.
About their opinions, why don't they apply Afghanistan's opinions to women on Twitch?
Yeah.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Fools,
But
I swear,
everybody
there's
knows
silly
nobody
people.
gives a fuck about them. Nobody cares.
Look, I'm being the clown here, but they're the fucking clowns. Imagine.
I'm not sorry. I'm right. I said nothing wrong, and nothing I said was against the terms of service. Beyond that, do you even imagine a world where somebody that says that they don't care about what a fat American thinks about the Middle East? Can you
Do you know what I'm saying? That's fine, I guess. I think it would be fine if someone was to say that. This is how you know we're in that politically correct, bullshittery sort of period in the world, like right now. Like, the connectedness of the internet has made everyone like, we must apply the rules of like tolerance. You guys are praying to tolerance, bro, to some adherence of some god of tolerance, even if it means going against what you are morally, you know that is true, and even against truth itself, even against reality. I mean, you guys are saying stuff like men can get pregnant, so the sky's the limit with your guys and your side. It's like you're truly in a fantasy. But not only is it a fantasy that you're enjoying the real way, and I wouldn't fault you for that. Cool, everyone's in a sort of fantasy of their own. You want everyone to adhere and follow your fantasy. Get the fuck out of here, Susan. Get the fuck out of here, Susan, before the dragons come. The dragons are coming.
imagine that this person ever gets suspended? Of course not.
He has some woke qualities, but he's nowhere near as woke as Francis. Francis was a socialist. This motherfucker is an American. And I think Americans are gross. Americans do not have a understanding of the world.
So how about, then why didn't they ban Hassan for this? I forgot. He's talking about America. So, or the West. Let me just extend it to the West. So if you insult the West, you're good, man. You're in. Come in. You're part of the club. Where's the club? In America. Come. Huh? But then you insult anyone else. That's politically incorrect. Come here, Susan. Come here.
Americifying anything is going to be bad.
Because he's just insulting now Americans' intelligence, isn't it? So, 7-day ban incoming, is it?
Americans have a very limited understanding of the universe.
And so why am I getting suspended?
Of the universe. So he's a hub. Hassan is a hub of knowledge from the universe. Get the fuck out of here, bro. All he does is shock his dog. That's all he does. He's killing his dog. Live on stream, bro. He does that. He supports terrorism. And he has terrorists, literal terrorists on his stream. Where's the ban?
It's more...
and also, where's the justice as well? Well, freedom of speech and that. Oh, there ain't none. It's freedom of speech to an extent. That's what it is. It says that in brackets. You must have not saw it. But it's freedom of speech, and in brackets it says to an extent, meaning you have to agree. And then it's got a little asterisk. And then you go down to the asterisk. There's a fucking novel down there that's saying stuff like, it has to agree with us. You know, men can get pregnant. Huh? I don't subscribe to that.
Third worldist morality logic inversion that basically is being used to silence me for an entire week.
You are a clown. Yeah, I know. You are a human being. You are a human among clowns. Yeah, true. But the clowns think you're a clown. No, they are true. It's like when I say, imagine a world full of insane people, and you're the sane one. You know that you're sane. You can see the insanity. And our world is insane, though. So what would you appear to them insane people? You would be the insane one. And they would be sane. What's going on?
That's the important part that I want to talk about here. It's because basically Twitch has a system where they say that your infractions or your bad actions expire within 1 year. Well, the last time I was suspended, well, we all remember the last time I was suspended, but that was in October 2024. I have not been suspended for over an entire year. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because they say it matters.
Yeah.
It matters because they say that's whenever the infractions expire, and your account is treated as not being in bad standing. So
Yeah.
why is it?
And also, I would, you know what I would say, bro? I don't watch a lot of Asmon's streams because I don't really watch streams, to be honest. But I watch a lot of his videos. I do watch a lot of his videos, and that phone call is just, I forgot I was saying that.
And your account is treated as not being in
forgot what I
bad
was saying.
standing. So why is it in that case that
Yeah, this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying. I would even wager, because all of his videos, this is, I've copied my pattern is copied off Asmon's pattern, where I just do a stream and then I chop up the stream and make YouTube videos out of it. And that's, I guess a lot of people do that too. It's not just his thing, or whatever. Anyway, so I watch a lot of his YouTube videos, and I would say that he said way more worse stuff that he could have got banned for. Like, this is very, very, like, all right. You lot are looking at context and that, you lot are just hearing whatever. And that's how they work, the Twitch moderation team. Again, reminding me why I don't stream on Twitch, like why I stopped streaming on Twitch is stuff like this, bro. Like, it's got a clear bias. You can't have, like, your opinion really, like, for real, like, for true. You can't, bro. Like, it's a certain, to an extent, and then they ban you, and that's dead, bro. It's also like, you can see the other side of the conversation where it's clearly where Twitch agrees with said streamer, Hassan, and they just won't ban him. And if they do ban him, they ban him for 1 day. And when is the day that they ban him on? On the day that he schedules his day off. I think it's a Sunday. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, we can clearly see biases. This is literally the reason why I stopped streaming on Twitch, bro. And that's the honesty. Good afternoon. I created a Kick account just to follow you. I have found your reactions video from the warning. I really appreciate that. And your name kind of sounds like Asmongold. I can't lie. I like that. Now, I appreciate you for doing that. We're going to be checking out. I'm going to continue the Lunero stream, the Lunero concert on this stream, and we're on When I'm Alone. That's the next song. But yeah, that's why I was there.
instead of getting a warning, instead of getting a suspension, instead of getting for a day, instead of getting a suspension for 3 days,
Yeah, or not even a warning, or none of that. They just hit you straight away with a 7 day. We can clearly see a bias.
I immediately went from that all the way to a 7-day suspension immediately. Why would this happen? What is the reason for it?
Yep.
I have no idea. Is it because they don't like what I'm saying? It has to be, because it's certainly not because what I'm saying is against the terms of service.
No.
I looked at the terms.
It's not against terms of service. It's against their personal views. This is what we're seeing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad truth about it, like with Twitch. Like, clear bias. There's a clear fucking bias there. So, I'll always stick the middle finger up to Twitch until that whole management and that whole, or whoever the fuck's running, I think Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy's real, isn't he? Isn't he a gangster or army man or some shit like that? But yeah, some Clancy in there, some bucking up some shit. As soon as they leave and they start cleaning that house, I'll start streaming on there again.
Terms of service. Yes, using nationality is a protected group.
Because obviously they need me. They need me there.
But I was not talking about them being disregarded because of nationality. I was talking about them being disregarded because of the fact that they're watching literal AI-generated videos and then believing a false narrative. And the video's context was about, would you rather be having likes on Twitter or having your entire navy not destroyed?
Do you think that the Iranians would rather have their entire navy back or their memes?
Oh.
Come on, bruv. I mean, come on. When do we draw the line?
Jeez, guys, I wonder. And so anyway, this is what's happened, is that I have been suspended for an entire week for that. That's it. And I'll play the clip for you guys, okay? And this is, by the way, there's not a 100% certainty with this, that this is the clip, but this is the thing that they quoted from, and it's the thing that they gave me an example of. And I will say also, by the way, my contacts and relationship with Twitch on an interpersonal level has been nothing but tremendous. I have great respect for the people that I've dealt with.
He's making them millions of dollars. That's again, obviously, I'm a Twitch hater right now. At this point, I'm a Twitch hater. So yeah, they're obviously they're nice to him. He's making them millions of dollars.
Twitch, I have no actual animosity towards those people. So just make sure that you guys understand that. Don't shoot the messenger.
There's a few of them in Twitch that secretly agree. They're like, yeah, man, he's true. He's based, man. Yeah, but we got to ban him.
Anything like that. It's the moderation team and the people.
What part of the world are you from then? Asmongold. Asmongold. I'm probably saying it so wrong.
People that decided that I did something wrong.
Asmongold. That sounds better. Asmongold.
And maybe they made a mistake. Well, I know they made a mistake.
And then, I'm joking.
But maybe they'll recognize that, and I'll get an unban early. And if they didn't, I guess here's the annoying thing, right? Is like, well, if Trump nukes Iran, which seems like that's getting more likely,
I think they made a deal.
Then I'm gonna have to go live on Kick and Rumble, right? Maybe on YouTube too. I prefer just to do Kick and Rumble.
I got a Rumble account. USA, Alabama, let's go. Asmongold. Have I said that right?
Copyright thing, right? It's a
I'm from London. The grey streets is always cold here. Today's actually hot.
Using, content creator reason, but like, and then we'll continue uploading videos, and if something big happens, don't worry, I'll be there, and you'll have a way to watch me, and it'll be all back to usual. But I would like to take at least a little bit of time, and like maybe fix a little bit of things in my life, and just relax a little bit. But if something big happens, do not worry, I will be there. And
so he's saying, like, so you can clearly see, like, obviously Twitch is his home of streaming. So he's saying that if nothing really big happens, he won't really, do the streaming. He will relax a little bit. So clearly he wants to stream on Twitch and then stream multi-stream on Kick. But if Twitch is out of the picture, then if something big happens, I can't actually speak today. Only if something big happens, like, what he said, which actually I think they've struck a deal, but I don't know to be for sure. But that's the only time he's saying that he would stream on Kick or Rumble. So I get it. I think it was there from the beginning.
Make a couple of other videos in the meantime,
with
just
Twitch.
Because I'll be bored. But going back to what I was saying is that I have been suspended for this, and really, let me talk about like really how I feel about this. Do I give a fuck about the opinions of a bunch of third worlders in regards to what my country should do?
No, bro. No. And it's fine that he said that. And I've said that many times on this one video already. It's fine that he said that, that opinion of a fucking illiterate goat herder in Afghanistan. His opinion does not matter. It clearly does not matter to me. Nor does it do to Asmon. Just as the same way as that illiterate goat herder in Afghanistan, he could say, fuck the opinion of a fat American in New York about Afghanistan or about anything. He could say that, and that's fine. That's cool. We don't care. We know it's not true, but we don't care. But if it's the other way around, if we say that we don't care about your illiteracy and your dumb shit, ways, then we get banned. But then, it's just bullshit. It's that sort of bullshit that fucking proper gets under my skin, because we want to do freedom of speech and we want to have freedom of speech for real. If you want freedom of speech for real, then, bitch, you better fucking huddle up like this or something, or get under your covers, because some people are going to disagree with you, you little bitch. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not going to agree with you. It's just as simple as that. Like, it shouldn't be an issue if people don't agree with you. It's fine. We move on and we communicate. Not start him weeping or wars. What the fuck? No, but that's the world we live in, innit? That's the fucking world we live in, man. It's a headache, really.
Absolutely fucking
It's actually
not.
a headache.
I do not. You shouldn't. They shouldn't give a fuck about what I think about their country.
Exactly.
Because why?
Because I don't give a fuck about what they think either. It's so true, bro. It's so true. And it's just him just saying that has caused these lunatics to be like, ban him. That's an opinion. That's an opinion, my boy. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. And these people are probably Americans, and they will probably celebrate if an Afghani said, "Fuck the opinion of a fat American," for example. They would celebrate it. Yeah, look at them. They can say what they want. Bitch, but when it's the other way around, this is what I'm saying with these lot. These lot, it's a sickness of the mind. It's literally a sickness of the mind. The world has to be my way. And if the world is not my way, I will cry. Like, what are you doing, you little bitch? That time's over now. That's it. We'll let you run for a little while. Look what you've done. You couldn't even figure out what a woman is. You're saying shit like men can get pregnant and shit. Look what you've done with the time that we gave you. No. We're not going there again. Fuck that.
Would I take somebody's opinion that is from shithole in these countries?
You know, let's close mental asylums, but open up gender reaffirming clinics and shit for kids. Huh? You lot are deluded.
And by the way, these are shitholes. Many of these countries are shitholes. And don't let anybody teach you or tell you that, it's America's fault. No, it's not. The ones that America has invaded are shitholes. The ones that America hasn't invaded or Britain hasn't invaded, they're shitholes too. They're shitholes because the people made them shitholes. And whenever I talk about third worlders and third worldism, I'm not even really talking about a geography, I'm talking about an ideology. And that ideology is the idea that disrespect should be met with violence, the idea that, crime, dysfunction, discord, and chaos in society should be expected. They're part and parcel of living in a modern city.
Nah, I will never accept that. I will never accept that narrative. Things can be way better than they are if we pulled our finger out. Too much fucking about. Too much adhering to the god of tolerance. Too much of this bullshittery, bruv. The moment you cut all of that fat off, motherfucker, we're free. La 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 la. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
And having people,
something better than this. Like this is like, it's not bad, but like, look at us, first world problems. It's not bad, but everything can be better.
Well, you can't say certain
100%.
things because they might offend people or they'll make them mad. The idea that getting angry about something is a justification to break the law.
All of these things here, these shouldn't be a norm. All of these things here, like, violence is just part and parcel of having a big city, multicultural city. Nah, it ain't. It's not.
This is what I'm really talking.
Crime's gonna happen, but there's a way we can stop it. We can minimize that. Drastically minimize it.
Talking about with third worldism, things that the Greek Senate or the Greeks, the Romans, we figured this out in Western society and Western culture. We've realized that you can't run a society whenever you have people that act this way, and it's actually a good thing to not have a bunch of crazy fent zombies on the street. It's actually a good thing to have people that aren't living on the sidewalk.
And, shit in the street. We know about these things.
It's actually a good thing to have a civilized discussion that doesn't resort to violence whenever you hear something that makes you angry. But for some people, this is the third worldist mindset. It is the aggrandizement of the base interests, the base desires, and the lowest common denominator of mankind. And you know what? I don't like it. I don't want it here, and guess what? They don't either. If Twitch thinks Afghanistan has such great opinions that should be listened to, maybe they should apply Afghanistan's opinions to women on Twitch. How about that? But they won't, because they also agree with me too. I just was the one that said it. But everybody thinks this. And I have nothing, by the way. I said illiterate. They have 37% literacy. Flip a coin, I'm right. So the point is that really, they all do agree with me. Everybody agrees with me on this. And if you're a guy from Afghanistan, you're watching, I don't know, I'm sure we've got a number of them. We've got a lot of people that watch the show.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Oh my God, I just went for 1 second and he was cooking. 100% right. 37% literacy. Huh? Huh? Flip a coin, he's right. Apply them rules onto Twitch and Twitter. Impossible. It's because they agree. What are we doing here?
Man, I'm not talking about you, but you know that there's some idiots in your country that are morons. I'm talking about them. And by the way, we have those same third worldists. We have those same fucking retards in America. Being a third worlder and being a third worldist, yes, it's a geography, but it's more importantly a mindset. And these people have that mindset, and I don't want to have it. I don't want to deal with it. I think it's destructive, it's reductive, and I want to have nothing to do with it. So that's really the way that I feel about this, right? You know, these people talk about the Epstein files. They have their own Epstein files. It's called the marriage records. It's called Tuesday. They have child marriage. It's legal. I don't want to have
It's called Tuesday. It's called the marriage records. Oh my God. Nah, he's right. Oh my God, he's right though.
You know, these people talk about the Epstein files. They have their own Epstein files. It's called the marriage records. It's called Tuesday. They have child marriage. It's legal.
He's not wrong, bro.
I don't want to have that here. I don't want to have anything to do
Never.
with that here. So all that being said, I
Never.
don't want to go through and talk about that too much. What am I going to do? And just very clearly, by the way, I was very surprised by this. I was very surprised by this suspension. I thought it was going to be for like 20 of the other things that I said, right?
This is what I was saying earlier. I think there's other things he said that were worse.
I mean, I thought it'd be for like, you know, I don't want to give them any ideas because I did submit an appeal. I submitted an appeal, and you know, I told them like, and the thing is that if they tell me you can't refer to third worlders in a derogatory context, I hate to say it, you know, I don't take off my shoes whenever I walk in my own house. Somebody else asks me to walk in their house. They tell me to take off my shoes. I do it. I'm not in my own house. I will follow Twitch's terms of service begrudgingly, and you guys will know that I absolutely do not agree with it. And these are my viewpoints, but I will follow the rules. And I have always taken a good faith effort to always follow the terms of service. If there's a dick that we show on stream, well, it must be that day of the week. And on top of that, they've complained to me about that too, by the way. And if I do that, I delete the VOD and I try to move past it and I apologize. I say, oops, guys, that's my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I don't actually ever intend to break the terms of service. Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever put myself in a position where I intentionally do something that I think would put my channel at risk? It's just stupid. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah,
so the problem that I have with this is that I think that I've made it, and considering the content of my, you know, like my stream, I cover extremely edgy content. I talk about things like, you know, I talk about the most politically charged, most extreme issues on a daily basis in plain English, just, you know, as a matter of fact. And really, I think that in order to do that and not have a million bad clips that have, you know, been released about me, there's only 500,000. There's...
This guy.
The reality that I do try a very good amount to try to control what I say, to make sure that what I say does not break the terms of service, and I try to say what I say with a degree of, you know, like I guess like I'm thinking about what I'm saying, right? I'm not just, you know, going extemporaneously right off the cuff. I mean, to an extent I am, but I'm editing it in my mind to make sure that I don't say anything that would get me in trouble on Twitch. So when I said this, I didn't think I said anything wrong. And by reading the TOS, I don't think the TOS says that I said anything wrong. And the reality is that if you applied the reason why I got suspended to anybody applying this same type of language against Westerners, against Americans, against anybody in a developed country, you know that not only would it not be banned, it would probably be celebrated.
This is what we're saying. This is the issue right now. This is the issue. Like, this is what we're saying. If you say the opposite, it's celebrated. Not only is it fine, it's celebrated. If you insult America, especially like as well, I've seen an attack on like the white man. Like if you insult the white man, it's fine. It's attack the West, it's fine. But then the other way round, that's when they're like, oh, that's when their feelings start getting hurt. Like it's like proper like little bitches, you know.
So I think this is a massive double standard. It's completely unfair. I was unfairly targeted. I'm not sorry for any of it. And I'll be waiting for Twitch's apology for unbanning me. And if it takes them a couple of days, that's fine. If it takes them an entire week, I guess I'll have to finish Crimson Desert. But the reality is that I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I regret nothing. And according to their own rules, I also did nothing wrong. So all this put into context, that's pretty much where things stand. That's where we're at. I'm not really stressed out about this. Honestly, I'm kind of excited. I feel like we've been in a little bit of a lull period, right? That's why I've been trying to do, like, I'll do the ban appeals. I'll do, like, the Jesus game, right? And, all that. And I'll be honest, what really spurred me to make a comment about it last night is that I saw on Reddit, people thought that I got banned for showing a horse's dick on stream.
Yeah, you definitely have to correct that.
And I was like, this is the stupidest narrative. I have to correct this because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that definitely has to be rectified. Like, nah, it wasn't the horse penis, guys.
Listen, I don't want people to believe this. People are also saying I got banned for playing the Jesus game.
What?
I don't know. Maybe that was the reason. Maybe there.
Nah, it can't be, bro. I see loads of people playing that game. I want to play that Jesus game, to be honest.
There's an enlightened Reddit atheist in the moderation team, but that's the reason they gave me. They said hateful conduct for 1 week. I put in my appeal.
Crazy,
hopefully,
bro.
I'll get it approved. I did nothing wrong. I apologize for nothing. I said nothing wrong.
Yeah,
the clip is shown. Millions of people, not millions, many people say a lot of things that are a lot worse than what I say, and nothing ever happens to them. And I think it was totally unfair that something happened to me. All that being said, I recognize if that's what Twitch doesn't want me to say, I won't say it. Just please explain the vocabulary I'm not supposed to use, and I won't use that vocabulary. I'll just think it. So anyway, thank you guys all very much for watching. I really appreciate everybody's support.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you guys have been on Twitter and everything. You guys can share the video, let people know kind of like where I'm coming from, what's going on. But other than that, that's about all I've got, guys. So that's where things stand. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry that, I got suspended. Now it's like, okay, this is complicated. It might ruin some people's schedule. They're like, oh, where's Baldy, right? And
where's Baldy?
And again, if something big happens, I will be back on.
Classic.
I'll stream on Kick or Rumble. But if things are just kind of the usual hysteria, news cycle, I think I'll
He's
probably
going to take
relax.
a break. That basically means he's not going to stream.
But we'll see what happens. Hopefully Twitch will realize what they've done wrong and they will undo their mistake. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me for all these years and for everything. And I'll see you all very soon. I'll talk to you later, guys.
All right, man. Like, I agree. We can clearly see, like, there's bias there, especially with, like, if you just see the views of, like, for example, just Asmon and just Hassan being a Twitch sweetheart, but he has terrorists on his stream. Hassan being, the most loved by Twitch staff, but he said America deserved 9/11. Stuff like that. And then you have Asmon, who says stuff that everyone, especially America, I'm not American, but especially Americans when he's talking about American issues, but when he's talking about world issues too, he's saying stuff that we agree with. Like, it's just normal, you know what I mean? But he just says it. And that's one thing that's why you're seeing a massive rise in Asmongold, is because people value that straightforwardness. Is just say it. It doesn't matter if feelings get hurt. We need to get beyond this feeling bullshittery. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we got here in this feeling shit. But I don't know, man. Karens or some shit. It must have been like Karens or I don't even know, bro. But look, it's like 1 million views, 1.6 million views, bro. 22 hours. People are waiting. But I'll pop this in the description. Check it out. Asmon the boy. They banned him again. Weep. Get the tissues out. Yeah.